You can tell this match is old because it's winter in the game, and you know it's like spring in the games now. If you know anything about the seasons in the game, so yeah, winter. I love how it looks in winter. It's just all nice and roundy. And okay, I don't want to jinx it by saying this, but I just realized I never lost a UU battle once yet before. Ever since I started playing UU. So I'm totally gonna jinx myself, but we got another UU battle here because I'm addicted to UU against the Cold Knight who doesn't have a YouTube. So I don't know. I'll put a YouTube description of a cat shaking hands with the president or something. No, I'm not gonna do that because I'm lazy. So I lead off with Empoleon predicting his Ambipom lead because in Ambipom, why wouldn't you lead off with it? So yeah, I know it can take fake outs and U-turns and stuff like that. He ends up going for the taunt predicting rocks, but I'm spec simp. As I already said like a million times, I do go for the grass not predicting a Slowbro to come in there, which really sucks that he didn't because yeah, it does little because Ambipom is very light. So he does U-turn off on me. He's going to go into his Snorlax and take the grass not as well as he would have liked because Snorlax is a heavy motherfucker. And I think it's 120 base power on Snorlax, so yeah, it does a decent chunk. So I go into my Elxie predicting the Earthquake. He goes into Cobalion. I'm not sure what he was predicting me to do there, but he has to switch again because Cobalion can't do anything to Elxie. So I'm gonna I am gonna be able to get my Stealth Rocks for free. So as he goes into Heracross, I'm thinking he may want to over predict here, so I kind of stay in and go for the Reflect. He doesn't, and he goes straight for the Mega Horn. Does a shitload. Judging by that damage, I know it's choice banded, so that's really good because it's a banded Heracross. So I go into my Maggie knowing I can take a banded, what's its face? Banded, Mega Horn after the Reflect and the Resistance. So I do that. So I go for the sub knowing that he's going to switch. So I do that, and he switches into Galvantula, which is a cool Pokemon that I kind of want to try, but you know, stuff. I got a lot of breeding done during Battle for Cherry. I think like 6 or 7 things. One of them was an awesome breed, whatever. So, I know I can live any hit. I'm just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball because I don't think I could really set up on Galvantula. I was hoping Shadow Ball would kill it, but it doesn't. So I go into my Flygon predicting the Thunder move, the Electric, and he does go for it. But he isn't Life Orbed. I mean, I didn't see the Life Orb, so I assumed that he was choiced in some way. But I guess he's Expert Belted as a bait because, yeah, my Flygon just gets nailed with a Hidden Power Ice after taking that Thunder. So that really sucks. So I'm going to go into my Clefable. I know I can live any hit because I'm especially defensive. Gonna go for the Wish, and now I'm just gonna go for the Flamethrower to take him out, or the Ice Beam predicting his switch. He does get, and it really sucks here is he gets a Paralyze and a Parahax, which is, that's so, you know what are the chances of that? Like, Jesus Christ, God. So I'm gonna go for the Wish again, and then go for the attacking move again, because if I Wish and then kill him, I end up with more HP. That's why I'm doing this, because he's doing less than half, so, and I get more lefties gain. That's why I Wish, then kill him, because it's just better, and if he decides to switch randomly, it's better, so. Yeah, he hits me with a couple Thunders, I go for the Wish, and then finally I don't get Parahax, and what shenanigans are going to kill him off with an Ice Beam because it's neutral. So that is going to, and I get my Wish up, and I'm back up to relatively good health, sort of. So it goes into Cobalion. I know he's going to want to set up on me, so I meant to go for the Thunder Wave, but I actually misclicked and went for the Thunderbolt, which would have literally cost me the game if I didn't get that freaking Parahax right there. So that was really lucky on my part. I had a terrible misclick. They're both yellow, man. I'm not used to my Clefable having Thunderbolt because I saw yellow. I'm like, oh, that's probably T-Wave, and it was Thunderbolt. I'm like, shit. But luckily, I did get that thing off, so now this Cobalion isn't a threat, because that thing does outspeed like the majority of my team, so that's why I need that to get that off. So because it's Thunder Waved, I can just revenge it now and go for the Hydro Pump. That's going to take out the Cobalion easily because I am Specs, and yeah, I get a useless crit. So he goes into his Heracross and throwing this to close combat. Going to go right back into Miss Magius, trying to get another free sub off because I do know it's banded at this point. So he does go for the CC, and now I can just go for another substitute and wreak some havoc on his team again. So this time he decides to go into his Snorlax, so I'm kind of thinking this thing probably has a crunch, and that's the reason he went into it, so I'm just going to go for the HP fighting. He's either going to go for the crunch or rest, because I forgot to mention that he has no lefties gained, so clearly he's Resto Chesto, so he does end up going for the rest to get his full health, and then his Chesto Berry shenanigans, so that's kind of whatever. I'm just going to stay in and go for the hidden power fighting again. Again, I'm thinking this thing has the crunch, but he is going to want to set up on me here, so I'm going to go for the hidden power fighting. It isn't going to do much because it's a freaking Snorlax, and yeah, that's going to do very little, and he goes for a curse and starts setting up on me. So I'm like, fine, I have a sub, I can set up just as fast as you can, and I have a sub, so I'm going to start Calm Minding myself now, because why not? He's doing it, I can set up too, so going to go for a Calm Mind, and he is going to go for another curse, and I think it's a mini kind of setup stall war here, where we're just going to set up a little bit, so I don't know why he's setting up here. I really think it would just be better if he broke in my sub first. because as long as I'm behind this sub, I get to calm mind 1 extra time anyways, because he had to take a turn to break my sub. So he does go for the +1, I think, +1 or +2. I think that's +2 fire punch, and that's gonna take out my sub. And I'm just going to go for the +2 hidden power fighting. It doesn't do that much, but whatever. And he's going to go for the fire punch, which I thought would KO me, but I live with 2, which is kind of hilarious since he has +2 and Maggie has like shit physical defense and I live it, which is really impressive. So I get the power up a second HP fighting. It isn't going to kill, but it's going to bring it down to a point where Snorlax is really not a threat anymore. And I don't, even if I did die, I'm pretty sure I could have just went to Emp and Hydro Pumped it anyways, but I'm going to go for the Grass Knot now, just if he wants to switch into Slowbro again, I can hit that, but he ends up just staying and letting it die. He goes into his Heracross. I know he's faster. I'm going to go predicting, not really predicting, kind of just going into Uxia's fodder at this point, because it's not really useful now that Clefable's dead, seeing as I can't wish it back up, so just let the thing die to a close combat. Now that I can go into my Porygon Z, and just revenge it quick time, because I am Scarfed, and I don't know why he stayed in there, because it's pretty obvious that I was Scarfed, and even if I wasn't, I think Porygon is naturally faster, so that's gonna die. He goes into Ambipom now to go for the Fake Out. I don't want to take it, so I go into my Empoleon to take it once more, and I'm just sponging this Ambipom all day. He's just gonna U-turn out and do some little damage, as I believe I go for the Ice Beam. I'm not sure. I probably should have predicted the Slowbro a little bit better, but at that point I think I forgot what his last was, and that's why I went for the Ice Beam, because I completely forgot what his last was at that point of the game, which really is annoying. So I get a freeze. It's very easy when you get hacks like this to say that it doesn't matter, but really I really don't think it mattered, because if he wasn't frozen, it would have hit me with the Surf there, and that wouldn't have killed me. I would have Thunderbolted him here, and it wouldn't have killed him. Then he would have surfed me, killed me. I would have went to Empoleon, locked myself in a Hydro Pump, and won the game from there. So really, that hacks didn't really matter, but it is really lame that I got a freeze of all things, because that really sucks. But it really just made the game a 2-0 instead of a 1-0, because his last is Ambipom. Ambipom can't do anything to my Empoleon, so it really is a good game. It would have been a good game either way, because Slowbro can't do anything to my Empoleon anyway, so either way, Fake Out doesn't kill. Thunderbolt is going to take out the Ambipom. That is going to be a good game, the Cold Knight. So that is another UU match in the bag, another win. And now after I say this, I'm going to go battle UU, and I'm probably going to lose my next battle. You watch.